I believe we have Hershey Felder on line number 3 right now.
You do indeed.
Oh, very good. It's either that or Irving Berlin, one of the two.
Well, it's Hershey Felder as Irving Berlin when he's on the stage.
There you go. And I've been just reading great reviews about what's going on. And we should mention, too, this is all happening at the Cleveland Playhouse, a wonderful facility which has been celebrating a wonderful time here in Cleveland, and it's part of the renaissance of Playhouse Square. So talk to me a little bit about yourself. How did you, obviously you're a very accomplished pianist, and let's talk about how you got from the beginning to now.
Well, the beginning was a very long time ago. I was both an actor and a pianist, and I grew up in Canada, in Montreal. Then I came here to America, legally, I must say. I came here to study, and that was, my goodness, not almost. It was exactly 31 years ago that I came to study in New York, and both acting and music and composition. And several years later, I created the role of George Gershwin on the stage that opened in Los Angeles. And I thought it would be a very short run, and it turned out to be a 3,000 performance run. Multiple cities, Broadway, New York, and London, the West End, and so on and so forth. And all of a sudden that led to the creation of these characters and pianism on the stage that actually function as part of a whole. So it was Gershwin and Chopin and Beethoven and Franz Liszt and Tchaikovsky and Leonard Bernstein. And at some point, the Berlin family asked me, would I be interested in doing this? And at first I wasn't really, because Berlin was a songwriter. But the more I learned about the man and the more I invested in his music, I realized this guy, I should stop being such a snob. And that's the problem with being a snob, is that you miss so much. And it was a great lesson in really learning what is important to look at. Here was America's really greatest songwriter, who was somebody who came to this country as a young immigrant from Russia, running away from his village being burned down by a pogrom, saw Lady Liberty and decided he needed to give back to this great country for the rest of his life, so much so that his song, God Bless America, people don't know, he and his family never made a cent off of it, that it, in fact, every single penny was donated in perpetuity to the Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts of America. That's the kind of man this guy was, and I felt that that's the kind of man I want to represent on the stage. And so it's been, I think, I think this show opened in 2014. It's been at least 800 or 900 performances. I think here in Cleveland, this is the 15th production of it. And it's wonderful to be back in Cleveland. I've done Bernstein here, Gershwin, and Chopin. So I did 3 others here in Cleveland. And yes, being down in Playhouse Square is really magnificent. It's gorgeous.
Yeah, this is going to be at the Allen Theater. And one thing that's cool about this, originally this was supposed to wrap up tomorrow, but because of popular demand, they extended this one more week. So that's a tribute to you, and obviously the audiences want to see this.
Well, I think it's a tribute to Irving Berlin and the Cleveland audience. I just kind of do my job as the conduit to all of this. But it's wonderful to see Cleveland audiences, being so receptive and so engaged and wanting to sing along. It's a proper play and it's a proper character, but it's really remarkable to see these people just enjoying and feeling a sense, especially now with what the country is going through, a lot of confusion, that people are reminded what the country really is about, and no matter what side you're on or what confusion one may have, that there is a core to the country that is very, very meaningful. And that's moving to a lot of people.
I tell you, I can't wait to see it. We're planning to go on Thursday night. Originally, we were going to go tonight, but my wife is tied up at another event. But we're going to go on Thursday night. And
wonderful. I look forward to having you there. It'll be wonderful.
And you know what? I just love the piano. When I was a kid, I took piano lessons, but it just only went so far. I just didn't have the talent for that kind of thing. But
I don't know about that. You're probably just lazy.
That too. We were at the Cleveland Institute of Music just a couple of nights ago. They did a arts prize honoring one individual, Barbara Robinson, who did a lot for the arts community, and they brought in Jim Brickman. I don't know if you know Jim.
Well, I don't know him, but I do know who
Know
he
of
is.
him, yeah, and he
Yeah.
was sitting at a Steinway. It was about 12 feet long, and it was just majestic to listen to him. So, that being
I'm looking
said,
for that Steinway that's 12 feet long because the only ones I know they build are 9 feet. But 12 feet sounds like a beast.
okay, it looked that big. All right, give me a
Well,
break.
actually, it's 12 feet if you measure from his back to the end of the
There you
instrument.
go. There you go.
So you are quite right there. It's a 12-foot impression.
Yeah, it was fantastic, and I'm sure this is going to be if equally good, if not better. Again, tickets are available at the Cleveland Playhouse. You can just go to theclevelandplayhouse.com, and they've got specials too. If you want to do students, groups of 10, you save 40% off single ticket prices. Number to call is 216-400-7027. That's 400-7027. Hershey, thank you so much for joining us today. Like I said, I'll look forward to maybe.
Thank you, and I look forward to seeing you on Thursday. You're very kind.
You got it. I'll be there at the
Have a great day.
Allen Theater. Great place to see just about anything. Okay.